What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Kentucky Derby Top 5 list for this week. Boy, we're going to have some changes, some upsets last week to some of our Derby runners, namely Arabian Lion, a horse we were pretty high on last week. He was 5th out of 5 in the Los Alamitos Futurity. Not quite sure what happened to Arabian Lion in that race. He was just nowhere to be found. Much credit to Practical Move, the winner of that race. Did not make the top 5, but still a very nice win there at Los Al. Carmel Road was second in that race. Didn't make the top 5 either, but a solid performance for him. We'll see if they can kind of move up the list as we go. Also, we had the Remington Park Springboard Mile last Saturday as well. Boy, a horrific break from Giant Mischief. This horse completely blew the break. Really nice rally after blowing the break. Still looked like he was going to win, but Wild Atlantic Storm, the Iowa bred, was able to get the job done. Kind of got a better trip, outkicked him in the lane, which was reasonable to think because of the trips. But still, Giant Mischief, ran on, did pretty well. Going to fall out of the top 5. Just the loss at Remington going to drop you out of it. Wild Atlantic Storm does make my top 20 this week, but not in the top 5. So kind of a recap of what we saw there. All right, let's get to now, and let's get to our number 5 horse. It's another Brad Cox horse this week. Number 5, Victory Formation. We'll start off the list. This horse is 2 for 2 for Brad Cox. Broke the maiden and then won an allowance last time out at Churchill Downs. We're going to see him in a stakes next, I'm sure. I've kind of heard a rumor Southwest Stakes at Oaklawn Park might be next. I don't know that for sure. We'll see what happens. Maybe sooner than that. We'll see. But that's who we're going to have at number 5. He's got a lot of upside. We like Victory Formation. At number 4, another Brad Cox runner. How about Instant Coffee? This horse last time out won the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes at Churchill Downs. Looked very impressive doing it. And, kind of had a very wide trip that day. Ran much longer than all the other horses in the race. And we're still kind of able to get the job done. So did have a clear trip where some of the other horses in that race were kind of stuck towards the inside. So I do get that argument as well. But give an Instant Coffee credit. A nice win in the Kentucky Jockey Club. Kind of thought the LeCompte Stakes might be next for this horse. We'll keep an eye on that and update you if we hear anything new. Number 3 on the list, Arabian Night. I had this horse number 1 last week, but after seeing kind of those untested horses that we had on the list lose, it's like, well, maybe we should pause. Maybe we should put Arabian Night in 3rd this week. Let's let him kind of prove it to us against Stakes Company before we go crazy. Still, he was very impressive on debut. And the second place horse in that race came back to win next time out. The second place horse in that race was Determinedly, who also will run in the Gunrunner Stakes this weekend at Fairgrounds. So we'll get a good look at him this weekend. As far as Arabian Night, our 3rd horse on the list, we're thinking the Sham Stakes is a likely next target for him. That's coming up on January 8th. All right, number 2 on the list is Cave Rock, 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Listen, we've talked about him a lot. The horse was supposed to be the can't-lose horse of the Breeders' Cup. Well, surprise, he did lose. However, he still ran okay, got 2nd. He'll probably bounce back and be just fine after that, out of that performance. So number 2, Cave Rock. Number 1, he's back. It's Forte. I put him back to 2nd for a week, but I've got him back number 1. Let's see if anybody can knock him off before we knock him back out of that number 1 spot. 3 Grade 1 victories as a 2-year-old, undoubtedly 2-year-old horse of the year, and he will be the Kentucky Derby favorite heading into 2023. So I'll put Forte at number 1. So Forte 1, Cave Rock 2, Arabian Night 3, Instant Coffee 4, Victory Formation 5. That will be the list for this week and for next week. We will not have an update next week. No Derby preps, and of course, no Derby preps this weekend, I should say. And of course, with Christmas, gonna take a little break, but we will be back first weekend in January with a new list, and we'll have a lot to talk about because we've got Derby preps on New Year's Day, and we have the Gunrunner, like I said, on December 26th. So first week in January, I will be back with an updated top 5. Gonna take next week off and just kind of enjoy a little bit of family time for Christmas, and hopefully you guys can do the same. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you back here in a couple of weeks for the 2023 updated Kentucky Derby Top 5 prospects.
RacingDudes.com is your home for the best free picks for every race, every track across the country. We're ramping up for the 2023 Kentucky Derby, and we want you to join us in the fun. Subscribe to Racing Dudes YouTube channel and click the notification bell so you never miss a single video. Want to make money betting horses? Bet with the Racing Dudes.